Kind of a weird presentation yesterday. Russia announced that they would be leaving the city of Kherson and reestablishing defensive positions on the eastern bank of the Dnieper River. Surovikin, the head of all Russian forces in Ukraine, said they'd be doing this in order to preserve the lives of Russian service members, as well as maintain the readiness of their forces so they could potentially be used in offensive operations elsewhere. Shoigu, the defense minister, accepted that recommendation, but that doesn't mean the process is ongoing or technically has even started. This is what it looks like on a map. You've got the Dnieper River running through Kherson, so Russian forces to the north will be withdrawing to the south. It's not really surprising. I mean, for months now, analysts have talked about how this Russian position in Kherson is untenable, especially as more and more bridges across the Dnieper continue to be blown up. The part that is surprising to me, however, is that Russia continues to lose territory that they annexed barely a month ago. I mean, at the annexation ceremony, Putin said the people of Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporozhye, and Kherson were now Russians forever. But now substantial chunks in each one of these areas are not just contested, they're occupied by Ukrainian soldiers, which is confusing. I mean, why would Russia say they own something if they can't even defend it for just a couple weeks? Which is leading to some speculation that this whole move could just be a trap. I don't think it's a trap. We'll have to wait and see, but for a while now, it's looked like Russian forces have been overextended given the men and equipment that they have in theater. I do think Russia bit off more than they can chew, but in the context of the mobilization, I think it's entirely possible that Russia is trying to consolidate their line, which could include giving up areas like Kherson that were going to be pretty hard to hold, while these new recruits are being trained and fielded out to the force. What do you think? Is it a trap, Russia acknowledging at least a partial defeat in the south, or nothing really at all?